Good morning, students. Welcome you all again in English period. Okay, students, yesterday we have started our second lesson 1.2 odd one in. In that, we have discussed introduction of this lesson. Then, we have discussed word meanings of this lesson, and also we have discussed some part of this lesson, isn't it? And in homework, I told you that learn word meanings and try to write your own sentences by using these new words in your sentences. Then I also told you that read this lesson properly, isn't it? And so, have you done this work, everyone? Have you done, students? Yes, very good. So, let us see the remaining part of this lesson. But before that, I want to revise that the part which we have discussed yesterday. Okay, so tell me that what is the name of that city girl? What is the name of that city girl? Yes, very good. Rima. And who is a new girl from her class? Who is a new girl in her class? Yes, Malti. Very good. Now tell me, how did Rima describe Malti to her father? How did she describe Malti to her father? Yes. Huh. Huh. Very good. Rima described to her father that Malti was a funny girl from a state at the other end of the country who could not speak much English. Okay, and she also added that Malti came with oily hair and a bindi. Got it? In this way, Rima described Malti to her father. Got it? Now, what is your opinion? You should tell me that. How did Rima decide whether or not Malti was smart? How she decided? According to you, what is your opinion on that? How did Rima decide whether or not Malti was smart? Yes? Hmm? Okay. Yes. Rima decided Malti's smartness by the way she dressed and spoke English. Means how she decided Malti's smartness? By outer look only, by her dressing manner and by the way she spoke English. Isn't it? Means she decided only by outer look, outward appearance, by the outward appearance of the Malti. Okay, so look at here. We should judge someone's smartness by their outward appearance? No. Besides, you should judge the person by that person's talent, isn't it? But here Rima decided that Malti was not a smart girl by her physical appearance, by her dressing sense, and by her the way of speaking English, isn't it here, students? Okay. Then we have also discussed that how the Rima and her friends behave with Malti. Okay. So tell me, how did Rima and her friend try to offend Malti, try to give the trouble to Malti? Hmm? How did? Tell me. How did they try to offend Malti? Yeah, try to give trouble to Malti. Hmm? Yes. Huh? Very good. Rima and her friend tried to offend Malti by asking her about oil on her hair and about her long skirt. Isn't it? Shehnaz asked her about her about her oily hair, and Claire asked her about her long skirt. Isn't it? Okay. So let us see the remaining part of this lesson. So till that we have discussed in the yesterday spread how these girls offended Malti, tried to offend Malti for her outer look, for her oily hair and for her long skirt. Okay, but as the class progressed, this thing also we have discussed yesterday. As the class progressed, uh, whenever teacher asked a question, every time Malti raised her hand and gave correct answer to teacher's question. Okay, means these girls thought that Malti was so dull by her outer look. Okay, they judged Malti was so dull by her outer look, but exactly the condition is a different. Malti was so smart. Okay, though her outer look, though her dressing sense is a dull, but in intellectual level Malti is a smart, and that's why she is giving the right answer to teachers every question, isn't it? So let us see the next. Malti flushed. She was about to say something when teacher entered. As the class progressed, everyone was surprised to see Malti raise her hand whenever teacher asked a question. Yes, Malti, you answer, said teacher. Malti answered correctly and teacher nodded in appreciation. As Malti raised her hand, teacher asked the Malti to say the answer. Teacher told Malti to say answer and Malti answered correctly. Malti gave answer of the question correctly and by her answer teacher in satisfaction nodded her head, yeah, give a appreciation to Malti's answer. Okay, means whenever that you are giving the correct answer, you are also receiving the appreciation by teacher, no, isn't it? In the same way, here Malti also received appreciation from her teacher for her correct answer. Okay, when Rima recounted this at time, her mother said, "Sounds like a clever girl." Okay, when Rima recounted this at home, her mother said, "It sounds like a clever girl." Look at here in the first incident also, we have seen that Rima told everything to her parents in the home. Okay, when the Malti entered on the first day in a class, she described Malti in front of her parents. In the same way, today's incidents also, Rima described in front of her mother. That time her mother said that it sounds like a clever girl, means the way the Malti answered the teacher's question, it shows that Malti was a clever girl. It shows that Malti is a clever girl. It sounds like a Malti is a clever girl. What is the use, said Rima uncharitably. Okay, means when her mother also appreciated Malti for her talent. But what is the expression of Rima at that time? Rima said that what is the use? And how she told this? How she said this? In an unkind way. Uncharitably means in an unkind way. Her English is so atrocious. Means though she knew the answers, though she is a clever, but her English is a very bad. Here atrocious means bad. Though she is a talent, but her English is so bad. So there is no use of her talent. There is no use of her knowledge according to Rima, as her English is so bad. The same may be said of your Hindi, countered Mr. Sen sharply. Look at here. When Rima answered her mother in this way, at the same time her father that replied, "The same may be said of your Hindi." Means as her English is so bad, it is the same like you. It is the same like yours Hindi. Means your Hindi is also so bad like a Malti. He was getting quite sick of Rima's attitude. Means here her father did not like Rima's attitude towards Malti, and that's why he told her that your Hindi also so bad like her English. Okay, because he becomes surprised by observing Rima's behavior towards Malti. Even Mrs. Sen did not like it. That night, Rima's parents discussed the matter. Okay, not only her father, her mother also did not like Rima's behavior towards Malti. Okay, listen, in the first part of this lesson, also we have discussed that Rima was only one child for her parents. Okay, and her parents providing her everything, but they also care about her attitude because sometimes she behaves that in an unkind way, and that's why her parents are that care about her behavior. Okay, and today also same thing happened, that her parents did not like Rima's attitude towards Malti, and so they tried to correct her by that showing the some weakness from her. And that night both of her parents discussed about this matter, that how there are the some that the different changes are noticeable in Rima's behavior. Okay, got it everyone? Now look at the next. We put Rima into a good school to make her smart and confident. I am afraid she is turning into quite a little snob, said Mr. Sen sadly. Now look at here. We put Rima into a good school to make her smart and confident. Now in night when this incident was happened in their house, after that in night both of parents of Rima discussed about this matter and about Rima's behavior. At that time her father told that we put Rima into a good school to make her smart and confident. To make the child smart and confident, they took the admission of Rima into a good school. I am afraid she is turning into quite a little snob. Okay, but now they become afraid that though they has taken admission of Rima into a good school, after that they become afraid by Rima's behavior because now she is behaving like the person who criticize the people coming from lower social class or less education, means like she is turning into a little snob. Snob means a group of people that the someone who criticize people coming from a lower social class and less education. Okay, means here they thought that, and they come to know that these types of the changes are took place into a Rima's behavior. Okay, and that's why her parents become worried about Rima's behavior. Now, the following Saturday was the inter-house singing competition. Rima, who was participating in the English song category, was surprised to see Malti's name first in the list of participants for the Hindi song category. Oil pay, Oily Plate sings also, she said snidely to Claire. Now look at here. After the incident from her house, her parents that discussed about the Rima's behavior, that the some different changes in her behavior. Okay, then on the next Saturday, on the following Saturday in her school, there was inter-house singing competition, and In that, Rima participated in English song category, and also Malti participated in the Hindi song category, and Malti was the first participant in Hindi song category. At that time, Rima did not like Malti's participation in that singing competition. Again, she that used the bad things, bad words for Malti. Okay, Oily played sing also. She said snidely to Claire, means very rudely and critically. She said Claire that Oily played sing also. Here, Oily plates, these words are used to whom? To describe to whom? To Malti. Okay, so in this way, Rima is become very proud for her that richness, for her family background, and that's why she is now looking critically to the people who are coming from the lower class, and that's why she described Malti as a oily plates. Okay, and she criticized Malti in this mean way. Crooks mean giggled Claire. Okay, crooks you mean giggle Claire. Claire is also from the group of Malti, and she also that criticized Malti in a way as a Rima criticized. Okay, both of them criticized Malti in a very bad way. They were to be proved wrong. Okay, Malti sang beautifully. She had a melodious and well turned voice. Rima and her gang had decided to jur when Malti sang, but there was such absolute silence they did not dare to. Okay, now first of all, when Malti participated in the singing competition, at that time Rima and her group thought that Malti was not able to sing properly. But all these girls proved wrong. How it is? Because Malti sang very beautifully in this competition, and her voice was melodious and well trained. And so as these girls that decided to disturb the Malti, okay, in this singing competition, but as the Malti started the song, because of her melodious and well-trained voice, everywhere there is a very everywhere there was a absolute silence, and because of that these girls are not dare to disturb her. Okay, because of that silence, and because of that Maltese that much type of the talented performance. Okay, got it everyone?